I'm not.
We're live here too.
Vamos a transmitir en vivo para la gente. Vamos a hablar de muchas cosas.
Hang on, let me hit the sat button. All right, go.
Action. Vamos a hacer una entrevista. Muchas preguntas hablando. Pues vamos a esperar a que se une la gente.
And for our English speaking folks,
But for all the people who are going to watch ahorita, we'll let them join. We're going to talk
We
a lot
are
about
live.
we're live everywhere. We got 3 cameras live right now.
Camera
3
one,
different
camera two,
feeds.
camera 3.
We're live on my Aaron
Becca's
Holler
on.
official YouTube.
Becca's on.
We're live on Jonathan Espinoza's Instagram, and we're live on Lalo Morales' Facebook. So get your face into place in one of these locations.
You've what? You're crooked. Oh, great.
No, you're crooked. Just like a
Déjame
politician.
Why am I crooked?
Por favor, comparten el video, compártenlo.
If I do it like this, we're only gonna get me and Lalo.
Put it the other way, bro.
I did it. Rebecca said I'm crooked.
No pasa nada. Pues que
No.
muevan la cabeza.
It's okay if you're crooked. She can turn her phone.
Rebecca, am I crooked still?
It's all right. I don't need to be in the frame. It's not about me.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It's
it
about
is,
all of
Dad.
us.
I'm
You're
just-
part of the crew, bro.
I'm just the drummer.
So, Mr. Accordion player.
Hola, Dad. ¿Cómo estás?
¿Qué rollo? ¿Qué dice la raza?
Why can't I see the Facebook comments? I mean, the YouTube comments.
Dude,
Is there
nobody's
anybody
even joining on my live, bro.
Did you
Hey,
even
they're all
post
on
it?
mine. You see, that's where they're at. Okay, there we go. All right. So, yo, what's up? Third edition of Behind La Música. And I am joined today by none other than Mr. Lalo Morales and Aaron Holler.
What up?
Para todos ustedes los que no saben, ya hemos entrevistado a Aaron ya 2 veces, ya van 2 veces que está en nuestro live y es una persona en quien yo confío mucho en mis producciones cuando se acerca de la batería y la mezcla, and we are just happy to have both of these guys here. They are 2 of my best friends, and we're going to be talking to Lalo tonight. We're going to be talking about his journey in music because he has one of the most interesting journeys that I have encountered in this industry, the Latin music industry. So the way I usually like to start these is I like to run off some of the names of the bands that they have performed with. For example, the first week when I started with Aaron, we ran off all the list of the entertainers or the artists that he has played with. The same thing with Miguel Hernandez last week. And I'm going to do that again right now with Lalo. But the thing about Lalo, if you don't know Lalo, is he's and it's something that I admire about him, he's very private. He keeps to himself a lot. He's hardly ever posting when he's playing live or who he's playing with. But I told him, bro, if you're going to come on my live, we're going to talk about who you play with. And
Le prometí a mi hermano, para toda la gente que también está viendo aquí en las otras cámaras, dice que soy muy privado y que casi no publico nada y que vamos a estar hablando de pues, las cosas que he hecho en mi trayectoria, ¿no? De música. Me ha tocado viajar bastante, me ha tocado tocar en muchos escenarios que a lo mejor no mucha gente tiene la oportunidad de compartir, pero vamos a hablar un poquito de todo, de toda la historia. Casi nunca he hablado de mi historia, pero con todo el gusto les vamos para que se anime la raza y para que sepan, para que nos conozcan, ¿verdad? Un poquito más. Vamos a hablar un poquito de todo, de nuestras trayectorias, de todo, para que estén al pendientes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, for example, this weekend you played with a band that's pretty popular. I like their music. I'm a fan of theirs. They're pretty, they have risen up in the ranks of norteño, tejano, whatever you want to call it. And can you say who that was?
Yeah, of course. I went to go back up Grupo Signo this past weekend due to Turner had given me a call and he and their management, and they told me, hey, there's an emergency. Turner se lastimó de algo, se lastimó la espalda y no pudo tocar el acordeón. He couldn't play the accordion. So me habló y me dice, can you back me up? Y ahí fui como un buen amigo a echar la mano a mis amigos de Grupo Signo. Saludos a Jesse, a todo el grupo, a Chato, a Richard, a Checo, a todos los del grupo, a George, a todos los del grupo, a todo el management. Saludos a todos. Gracias por hospitalidad, all the hospitality that you guys gave to me, and for la oportunidad de tocar en escenarios grandes con ustedes. Muchas gracias y saludos al todo el Signo Camp. Me ha tocado también tocar con muchos grupos.
Yeah, you played with Destiny Navaira, you played with
con Destiny, con Raulito.
With Raulito, you used to play with Wences.
Con Wences, I moved to Monterrey. Sí, muchos grupos. También, cuando vas a tocar en algún lugar, en alguna ciudad, otro pueblo, te topas con muchos músicos, con muchos artistas y la verdad es muy padre conocerlos y que se vuelven amigos, ¿no?
Right.
Que se vuelven, they become friends and they invite you to go jam with them just to hang out and hey, vente a tocar una canción y me ha tocado compartir escenarios con Lalo Mora, con Ramón Ayala, con pues, Grupo Signo, me ha tocado también tocar con Los Invasores, Los Herederos de Nuevo León, con muchos artistas, con Don Chayo, los Cardenales. Me ha tocado también compartir escenarios en la posada de Ramón Ayala a los 3 años. En el 2010, Ramón Ayala me invitó a tocar en su posada navideña en Hidalgo, Texas.
Nice.
Sí, estuvo muy chido ese cotorreo. Nice. Estuvo muy padre compartir, tener 13 años, be 13 years old and play on a stage in front of 100,000 people, in front of Ramón Ayala's house, or algo así. It was a sea of people, un mar de gente. Por donde volteabas, 10 gente. En esa posada estaba Jenny Rivera, estaba Don Chayo, estaba Duelo, Intocable, estaban all the artists that you can.
¿Y tocaste el acordeón?
Toqué el acordeón con Don Ramón.
Nice.
Sí,
¿Y siempre cuando te invitan, solo tocas acordeón o también tocas el bajo? O?
Pues a veces yo toco un poquito de bajo sexto, un poquito de bass y drums, pero la mayoría del tiempo cuando subo a un escenario toco el acordeón.
Nice.
Soy el acordeonista, siempre me gusta tocar las melodías, siempre desde niño. Since I was a kid, I've always loved to play the accordion. I've always loved to jam and have fun with the accordion, sacar las melodías. ¿Te das cuenta? Como la batería es el backbone, pues el acordeón es la voz, la melodía.
Yeah, definitely.
Es algo muy bonito poder tocar.
Right, and so I want to backtrack a little bit. The way that I met Lalo again was through Mr. Aaron Holler, who is joining us here.
He's the real artist here.
I'm just the drummer.
No, because every time he walks in, he goes, "The talent has arrived, boys." That's funny, no, but yeah. So me and Lalo developed a working relationship. Nosotros, pues hemos, empezado a trabajar como en canciones. Yo le mando unas rolas que yo escribo y le digo, Lalo, necesito un acordeón para esta canción, esta rola. So I started, hitting up Aaron. I said, man, I need an accordion player for this song. Do you know anybody? And he's like, well, let's hit up my boy Lalo. I'm like, Lalo who? He's like, Lalo Morales. So, because I didn't know him at the time.
But before we get into your project, how old were you when you started?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna go there next, but let's go ahead and start there.
Because before he goes into who's Lalo? Who's Lalo?
Yeah, who's Lalo?
Because
you met me, and then I introduced you.
Right.
So Lalo is una persona. He's a guy.
But
just likes music.
But who's Eduardo?
Eduardo. Okay, so my real name is Eduardo Morales. Originally born and raised in Eagle Pass, Texas.
Yeah.
I was born December 11, 1997 at 8:02 a.m. And
how much did you weigh?
I weighed like 13 pounds and 15 ounces. And I grew up listening to a lot of music. Ramon Ayala around the house. My mom would clean and she would put music. And my dad had this in his truck, an old Chevy, like a 1980 Chevy, 1990. And my dad had a CD player with a bunch of CDs. You know, the cover, las tapas que tenían muchos discos. So when I was a kid, I would always go to join my dad fishing or to the ranch or hunting, lo que sea. We would always listen to Ramón, Intocable. He would buy all the albums, all the CDs, cassettes.
Yeah.
Mi abuelito también le gustaba cantar. And I just grew up around like listening to music a lot. Sí. Y me gustaba.
Pero eres el único músico.
Soy el único músico en mi familia, sí. I'm the only musician in my family.
Really?
I have an uncle. Saludos a mi tío Arturo, que si está viendo, saludos a mi tío. Le mando un fuerte abrazo. Hasta Eagle Pass, a toda mi familia Morales, saludos a toda mi familia, los extraño y los amo demasiado. Mi tío, I would go to his house, he would have carne asada and we would barbecue and stuff, and he would always play the guitar. he was always jamming corridos, right?
Yeah.
Cantando así la familia, they were drinking, and my uncles, they would sing along. And my uncle, I went over and I loved to just hear him play. I loved to hear him sing and play the guitar. Le dije, tío, I want to learn, show me.
Yeah.
Because I kind of played the accordion. Siempre me gustaba el acordeón. I was like 3 or 4 years old. And by my 4th birthday, my parents bought me an accordion. Me compraron un acordeón por mi cumpleaños a los 4 años. Me lo regalaron and iba a la casa de mi tío Arturo. I'd go over to his house and I would go play with him. No sabía cómo tocar ni nada, pero le picaba y él tocaba y yo le decía, tío, enséñame, y me enseñó he showed me the first 3 chords, primera, segunda y tercera.
Okay.
Sol, G.
En el bajo.
En el bajo, y la guitarra también. It was kind of the same.
Yeah.
And then I've always wanted to make a band. Pasó el tiempo, I was from 4 years old to about 10 years old. I always wanted to make a band. Siempre, desde niño, I always wanted to be like Intocable, like Ramon Ayala. I wanted to be like those big artists.
Yeah.
Because I would see them in concert in person, and I would be like, wow, like, how amazing for you to get on stage y que te aplauden, que canten tus canciones. Yo siempre he querido eso. Yo siempre he querido tocar en un escenario. And when I was about 10, 11 years old, I made my own band in Eagle Pass, a local band called 4x4.
Oh, nice.
So it was weird how it started because when I was in elementary, I was a little kid in the neighborhood, pues we would always be outside playing, running around. Y conocí a my friend Chuy, and it was like 1st grade, 2nd grade.
Shout out to Chuy.
Shout out to Chuy Fernández, que aquí anda, he's in San Antonio. También compositor del nuevo sencillo.
Yeah.
And we were there hanging out, and we were running around playing kickball and football and what have you, and I would love to drum on and sing.
Yeah.
I would always have the accordion on. I would go everywhere with it, and I would just mess with it. I would sit on the sidewalk y tocaba ahí en la banqueta. Yeah. I would wait for the mailman. Okay, ahí les va la historia del mailman. So in Eagle Pass, donde yo vivo, there's a mailman. Le decimos el norte. Se llama Arnulfo. Creo que se me hace Arnulfo Rodríguez. Ahí de Eagle Pass, y él tocaba el acordeón. He played the accordion. He had a black Honor and it was tuned amazingly. He would go to my uncle's and I would see him play. He played the bajo and he played everything beautiful. Para me, he was a master as a kid. So he would pass by the house and deliver the mail, and I would sit next to the mailbox, bro. Llegaba the mailman, and I would tell him, enséñame la voladita before you go to the next house. Y él me enseñaba las pisaditas, la escalita, la escala, little by little, y así fue aprendiendo. Learning, I heard of YouTube and all that stuff, got a computer.
Right.
Because when I was younger, I didn't have none of that stuff, ni juguetitos, I didn't have none of that when I was growing up. Siempre, since I loved music so much, siempre me regalaban un micrófono, un cable, una guitarra, un acordeón, o un güiro.
You know what? And the first thing that I noticed about you when we started working together was you just love music, like all kinds of music.
De todo.
I met so many musicians in my career, and I've met musicians who, you know, are beasts. They're great musicians, but it's rare when I find somebody who, I mean, genuinely loves music so much. You know, like for example, you told me a story, and I know you don't mind sharing this with me, that when you were in school, the kids would pick on you because you were always just singing, or you were just playing your accordion, and they thought you were weird because all you talked about was music.
Así como dices, like how you say, man, how like I'm real private. Well, when I was in school, I was real private as well. I didn't really have that many friends. Chuy.
Yeah.
Chuy was literally the only one who like always was there with me. Like he was like a brother to me. We were like brothers. We had that type relationship, and he understood me. He was the only one that understood what was going on in my head.
Right.
Because I would get picked on because I was a chubby kid and I would dress differently.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't the average. I didn't look like nobody else at school.
Yeah.
I was always looking different. I was always the weird kid that canta. But the funny part is, like, they would pick on me, but every time I'd go, like, compete, I would sometimes win.
Right.
They would like it. And everybody clapping in the school gym, but whenever, like, I would, like, in school, I didn't really, like, talk to nobody. I would sit alone at lunch. Me sentaba solo en la cafetería. comía solo. I would eat by myself. I wouldn't talk to nobody. I wouldn't bother nobody. Sometimes I didn't like to go to class because people would look at me and stuff like that. And I didn't really like all that stuff. It wasn't really for me. You know, I wasn't really learning. And I just loved music so much. At that time, when I got to high school, junior high, I was playing locally. But when I got to high school, I started traveling. By ninth grade, eighth grade summer, I started traveling. I joined freshman year at Eagle Pass High School, and I would barely go.
Wow.
Because every weekend I would have a show. Every weekend there was always Friday, Saturday, or sometimes Sunday, or sometimes Thursday, or Wednesday. So I would leave Thursday after school at 4:10. Boom, I had to be here in San Antonio like by 7:30, 8 o'clock because showtime was at 9.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would get here at 9:30. The band was playing. I get off and run to the stage.
Yeah.
Right. So sometimes I wouldn't even go to school. So that kept happening. It was getting more and more.
More intense.
Sí, the music.
Las tocadas.
Sí, las tocadas empezaron a salir. Y ya de repente, pues, I would go back to school. Cuando no iba a tocadas, I would go back to school. Y pues nadie me hablaba. Nobody would talk to me. So yo me sentaba solo y haz de cuenta, it got to a point where I just stopped going. Me iba a la escuela, los primeros classes. By the time I had to go to lunch,
Yeah.
I left. I would go and I would go home and I'd play the accordion. Me tocaba la guitarra. I would go make music. I would go to the studio, or I would just travel a lot. I would start doing music, and it started getting. Para mí, hacer música a esa edad, yo pensé que andaba volando en el alto, because I was doing what I love to do. Dije, okay, my parents are supporting me. Estuvo difícil que me saliera de la escuela. My dad and my mom, they were really strict with me on that. Pero, la verdad, they knew what I wanted since I was a kid.
Right, so, correct me if I'm wrong, when you were in high school, was that when you left to live in Monterrey?
I was in high school.
How old were you?
I was 17 years old. I
Bro.
was a 10th grader.
How was that on your parents, man?
They didn't want me to go. No querían que me fuera a Monterrey. No querían mi mamá de que no, está mal, está muy peligroso, it's dangerous. Que no, y es que ni sabes con quién vas. Y just by the looks of the photos that she would see, de que no, está bien peligroso, it's dangerous, don't go.
Pero tú querías ir.
I wanted to go, bro. At that time, so it was about 2015. It was fanfare weekend
Here.
Aquí in San Antonio. It's like March.
I'm sure Aaron was there.
Yeah, for sure. So I was there playing with a bunch of bands.
Yeah.
And I ran into Richard Rosales.
Oh,
So I had met Richard when I was about 14 years old
Okay.
in Eagle Pass.
Richard Rosales, el bajista
el bajista
de
de Signo.
Signo.
And lo he topado ahí. I met the guys when I was about 14. Y luego me lo topé in San Antonio. I was already like 16, 17. I was about to turn 17. Y me dice, hey, I got some work for you. Come to the studio. I need you to record for Ben Osuna. Shout out to Ben y a toda Midland, Texas. A toda la familia Osuna. So I went over, and then I got in contact with Wences. Saludos a mi compadre Wences de Monterrey. Si nos está viendo, saludos. A toda la familia. And so we started getting in contact, and we started working in the studio. And I had never been to a studio así de professional to be recording daily. I lived with Richard for about a week or two in his house, on an air mattress. Not a lot of people know these stories. Son historias que pues nadie casi sabe.
Sí. Gracias por compartir.
No, por nada. Son cosas verdaderas que pasan. And it's normal. It's the truth. It's the plain truth.
Right.
And sometimes, music, sometimes it seems beautiful, but not a lot of people know the backstories.
Oh, bro.
Of what we go through. Es un sacrificio, pero es con todo el amor del mundo. It's a sacrifice. Music is a big sacrifice. But if it's with love, it doesn't have a price. No tiene precio si lo haces con el corazón. It's just the most amazing experience ever.
Me recuerda una letra que dijo Marco Antonio Solís. Las cosas buenas siempre cuestan mucho.
Exactamente. It's true. Exactamente.
Okay, so you were living with Richard?
So I was living with Richard.
For a week?
For about a week or two.
I'm sure there's some interesting stories there, but...
We drank coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All day.
Yeah?
We drank a lot of coffee, and we were in there. And when we were doing the guides, and I got experience recording. I would see him. He would set up the microphones and have the accordions. And we were doing something crazy. We had Joey doing the drums. It was a lot of people were just basically like working with Signo.
¿Y el estudio está en su casa o?
It's Mazmora right next to his house in
cool.
McQueenie, Texas.
Nice.
So that started happening, and then Wences was like, dude, let's go to Mexico. Let's go to Monterrey. And I'm like, pues, I'm down. But what are we gonna do? ¿Qué vamos a hacer? What are we gonna do? We don't even have a band, bro. It was just me and Wences. I remember I would play the bajo a lot. That's when I started like getting better at bajo, because I would pick it up a lot. Every day I would practice with it, and we would go over his songs, and I would easily pick them up on the accordion.
Yeah.
So with the bajo I would go, and then we moved to Monterrey like in July of 2015. And then from there, as a cuenta, I graduated from high school, and I went to study in the College of Monterrey, Nuevo León. I went to Monterrey University, a la Universidad de Monterrey. Y me mudé a Monterrey 4 años. I lived there for 4 years, from 2015 to 2019. It was a crazy experience. He conocido estar arriba y he conocido estar abajo. Y it's a lot, es un viaje muy difícil, ¿no? Ahí me di cuenta, that's where I noticed that music is very difficult, bro.
Yeah.
To be traveling. Ir a muchas ciudades, ir a muchos lugares, diferentes escenarios, lugares, antros, bares, estadios, güey. Llenos, güey. Y estar tocando enfrente de 100,000 personas y estar tocando enfrente de 10 personas. We've all experienced that.
Yeah.
Y cada vez que tocamos y cada vez que subo un escenario, siempre tienes que darle el 100. You always gotta give your 100% every time you get on stage. Es lo que yo aprendí. No importa la situación, a veces no hay dinero, a veces hay dinero, a veces hay cosas, pero pasan muchas cosas. A veces tienes que viajar 24 horas y a veces no comes, no tienes nada para comer porque tienes que viajar a la otra ciudad. No hay tiempo para andar de fiesta, es otro nivel a estar haciendo música. Si lo haces profesionalmente, if you do it professionally, no hay tiempo para andar tomando, no hay tiempo para andar de fiesta, no hay tiempo para nada de eso.
Yeah.
Y
es como un trabajo.
Es un trabajo normal, exactamente.
Yeah, claro que sí. You know, estaba escuchando Shelly Lattes a couple weeks ago, and she was talking about how there was a musician that was traveling with her who used to like to drink while he was playing, and he did it to her one time, and when the show was over, she pulled him aside and she said, "What time are you going to work tomorrow?" And he told her, "You know, I go in at this time." He goes, "Good, because I'm going to come to your job, and I'm going to come drink at your job." And he's like, "What?" "Yeah, I'm going to come to your job, and I'm going to drink at your job." He's like, "Why?" She says, "Because that's what you did to me tonight. This is a job. You don't come here to have fun. I get it, music is fun, but you come here to work. You don't come here to drink while we're playing live." And I was like, "Oh, why?" You know, it's true. It's a job, and you gotta treat it as such.
It's like one thing I noticed when I went with Signo this past weekend. I've played with Signo a couple of times to go fill in, and just to hang out with him. And it's like a lot of people are like, "Oh, you hang out with him, all cool, and you guys are like best friends, and you guys are best buds." Pero también when they're working, man, they're working.
Right.
Cuando estamos tocando sí, you're in the bus, estás en el autobús, and you hang out, pero ya cuando bajamos del autobús y a tocar, it's nothing but game face, serious, yes. Es serio. Bajando del escenario, tomar fotos, saludar a la gente, o sea, lo que nos dejan. Security takes you, escort you to the bus, y no te bajas. You have to wait hasta que se vaya toda la gente, porque no hay tiempo para andar de fiesta o andar de que, hola, ¿cómo estás? Charlando, no, andar de fiesta.
Well, you know, that's a lot of secrets to the success, man. You talk to anybody who's made it, and they'll tell you, man.
They'll tell you.
You got to be a pro. You got to be a pro. As much as you want to live the rock star life, you got to be a pro.
Hasta hablando con mi novia. Saludos a mi baby Alejandra Garza.
What's up, Alejandra? ¿Cómo estás?
Saludos,
gracias por prestarnos a Lalo. Because he's on the phone 24/7 with you.
Estábamos. Sí, es muy cierto, sí hablamos mucho. Y le estaba diciendo de que es difícil, o sea, it's hard. Haz de cuenta, cuando vamos a trabajar, no es tarde, llegas a trabajar, haz de cuenta, el show empieza a las 11 hasta las 2 de la mañana. Bajas del escenario, mientras bajan todo el equipo, las baterías, todas las pantallas, bocinas, todo el circo, all that circus that the production, it takes 5-6 hours. So acabas a las 2, 3 de la mañana de tocar, te tienes que esperar hasta las 8, 9 de la mañana que acabe todo el road crew, y luego ya o sea, te duermes en ratitos, you sleep and you don't get rest. Sometimes you gotta wait to eat, and sometimes you can't stop, no te puedes parar a la tienda, ni, es un negocio muy...
It's a hard life.
Sí, es un trabajo muy difícil.
And I called you on Saturday, nada más para ver cómo estabas, and you sounded dead tired.
I was tired, bro. I was very, very exhausted.
Okay, so, entonces, viviste 4 años en Monterrey, eras el acordeonista de Wences.
De Wences, total, tocamos un día pues yo ya sabía que mi tiempo ya ir era suficiente, ¿no? My time there was already limited, and I missed my home, I missed my family. I wouldn't see my family a lot. No, casi no veía a mi familia en esos 4 años. So I kind of missed that, and work was getting a little bit different. Things were getting kind of complicated. And Diosito dijo, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go home. Tienes que irte a tu casa. And en ese entonces, cuando me salí del grupo, when I left the band, me habló Rigo Navaira. The same day I left the band, me habló Rigo. Saludos a toda mi familia, a los Navairas.
Destiny, Rigo, everybody.
Ahorita que andan viviendo en Monterrey, GPI. Y pues me habló Rigo y dice, hey man, vamos a tocar en Monterrey. Vamos a filmar para Jesús Soltero. It's a big show. Así que se cuenta como un Johnny Canales en Monterrey, en todo México. Y we did the show, me habló, we practiced, and me dijo, hey, what are you doing next week? That they're gonna travel, que también tenían muchas fechas. So entré al grupo, we played Monterrey, y the first tour that we did was to Arizona and California. We did about a week in California. It was amazing, bro. For me, I was back home.
Yeah.
Yo ya estaba en mi casa, I was doing something different, güey.
Sí, claro.
Como que Diosito me guió, y this is the route you're supposed to take now.
Claro.
Todo cambió. Ever since I've been jamming with him, and I've been doing a lot of studio work, and I've been doing a lot of music, mucha música. Siempre, toda la vida he estado haciendo música.
Claro que sí. And that's where me and Aaron jump in.
Yeah. Y desde entonces I met Aaron, and I was still living in Monterrey.
Yeah.
We met through social media.
Through Instagram.
Por Instagram.
Facebook and all that stuff.
Because
you post every day, live, practicing.
Antes tenía muchas cosas, publicaba mucho, y me volví más privado en ese entonces, pero ya cuando regresé, we got to work. Empecé a sacar más contactos aquí. I got to reunite with all my friends that are here in Texas, in the States. And Aaron called me, he's like, hey, I got you an accordion track.
Yeah.
Tengo un acordeón para que me grabes. Sí, send it over, Dad, of course.
Who was that, Aaron? It wasn't my stuff, right?
Yeah.
It was my stuff?
Yeah. It was
I was the first?
It was a...
Which was that one?
The very first one I recorded.
I'm drawing a blank here.
Man,
was it G5?
Yeah.
I think
it was. I don't know what band it was, but it was a really cool song, and you called me back, and you
Oh,
were
it
like,
was
yeah.
a G5 sound, yeah.
El Vidal.
Oh, it was
Oh,
El Vidal.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. La de Grupo Firme does that song. Yeah. That was a cover.
Florida Flojera or something
Yeah,
like that.
Volver la Flojera.
Esa fue la
like
primera
that.
canción.
Sí.
Y desde ese entonces me habla Jonathan. Dad, woo! You're killing it. Super excited.
Well, because he goes like, hey, I need an accordion player. I was like, well, I know one, but who is this dude? It's like, I got you, man. Trust me.
Yeah, because I didn't know about Lalo yet.
Have I ever let you down?
No. Not yet.
Not yet.
But, yeah. Oh, bro. That accordion part. I love that accordion part on that song. If you haven't heard that song, go check it out. Volver la Flojera by El Vidal. It's available on all digital platforms.
Yes.
And that is our brother Lalo Morales on the accordion. Aaron Holler on the drums and percussion.
And
he did percussion. Mix and master.
And
Miguel Hernandez
kidding.
did the bajo and the bass on that song.
He did the bass? Yeah,
Yeah.
he did do the bass.
I did the pre-arrangement, but it was not que ver that arrangement.
Well, I mean, it was a guide.
Yeah, it was a guide. That's all it was.
It was a map, you know, like you see in the cartoons,
Yeah.
where it's just there's an X and a
Yeah.
circle.
What kind of freaking out? Is that thing live?
It says it's live.
I don't think it is. There's nobody commenting. Check.
My fans.
Bro, do you have people on that one?
Yes.
Okay. Cause
Shout out to Bones from Mas Mora.
Míralo.
shout out to your girlfriend's on mine. Ha ha ha. There she is. See her? Right?
My baby. Te amo.
I think my
What's up,
wife's
big
on all.
apple?
See, look, they just said we're live.
Yeah?
Oh look, hey Becca said the best accordion player, right, Aaron?
Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
No, that's not even
That's
that's
not
not
me.
even a lie, dude. That's the truth.
No, hombre.
Yeah.
There's
No,
nothing
I
this
really
guy.
wish.
There's nothing this guy cannot play on the
Mira.
accordion.
Les voy a decir algo. A veces estoy yo en el estudio. Yo vivo en Florida, entonces todo el trabajo que yo le mando a Lalo, pues es por internet, por las files y todo eso. Entonces, a veces estoy en el estudio componiendo una canción, la 1, 2 de la mañana, y como que I get writer's block. I don't even know how to say that in Spanish, pero como que...
Si te bloqueas,
Sí, se me bloquea, entonces... entonces, sometimes me inspiro más con el acordeón. Entonces, le hablo a Lalo a 1, 2 de la mañana y me contesta y dice, hey Lalo, necesito I need some accordion on this song, bro, so I can get inspired to write the rest of the song. Digo, pues mándamela, Chile, mándamela.
Al
Chile. So I send it to him, se la mando, and like 20, 30 minutes later, he's done the whole song. And I want to thank you for that, because every time I've called and I needed a part, you say, just send it to me, and you know, we work so well together, because one of the things that I admire about you is you'll call me and be like, what do you want there? I'm like, you're the accordion player. I mean, and there's been times when I've sung to you over the phone, can you do this? And you play it right away, like, not like super fan, like, okay, that's what I want. And, you know, the fact that, you know, I know you're a better musician than me in so many ways. And,
no es competencia.
and no, but, you know, the fact that you still, you even though I know you could do the part, you still ask me, you know, I don't know what to do there. What should I do?
Sí.
You know, and that's just like you know, me and Aaron were talking about that last week. You know, when you work with somebody who might know something different than you, or who hears different than you, but you don't. That ego doesn't exist, and you can just work hand in hand, bro. You can create beautiful music.
No, it's true.
Yeah, right. Speak on that a little bit.
Me? Are you? I don't know.
It's your turn to
Your
talk,
turn,
man.
man.
Sigues tú
No,
para
what
hablar.
I'm saying is just there's no egos here.
Right.
You know, even though there's plenty of people that say you're good at this, you're bad at this, you're the best, right?
Compa Juan Treviño's on. ¿Qué onda, compa? Aaron's over here.
I can't.
Hey, let me tell you.
Juan,
Hey,
what's
dude.
up?
Woohoo.
Sorry, we have like 3 cameras going.
Yeah, brother, we have 3 cameras going on, and then.
Join my live. It looks better.
El más guapo. Te amo. Te amo, baby.
No, but I was saying we just have a good working relationship because there is no egos. You know,
Exactly.
Aquí no hay ego, no.
Like,
And it's not a competition.
Because we worked on another project for Beno's his latest single, Beno's Una, and we had to recut the accordion here.
Oh, I remember that night.
He's like, hey, you know, well, he knows the song like the back of his hand. He had already recorded it one time, but we re-recorded it and came up with new ideas. I'm like, well, play this, and I would sing the part. And I'm not an accordion player, but
Right.
I know what he's capable of. He goes, no, that's hard. That's hard. I was, yeah, but you can do it. Keep going.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it came up. And then even today, like, you know, we've had conversations. You know, we'll try this, we'll try that, add this, add that.
It's the same as writing. Es como componer y de repente te quedas bloqueado y you get blocked. You get writer's block.
Well, yeah, because I had the same problem too. Like, I track the song on drums. I track here all the time by myself. But I had, you know, Jonathan here say, hey, what do you think of this? Or what do you think about that part? Or
This
you
is
know, I was bouncing ideas. It's not like, and to have the confidence to ask him, and it's not gonna be like, well, you're the drummer. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no. You know what I mean? You're not gonna think of me differently
Right.
if
Exactly.
I look like I don't have all the answers.
Yeah, not at all. And then, you know, so we worked on. Let me turn this back around to me because this is just on you, bro. Are you in there? I hate this thing, man. iPhone. I'm about to get rid of my iPhone.
I'm freaking out
Look,
with my
if you'd had the Android, look at the Android.
I know the Android can pick us all up.
Look at that.
Yeah. So, we've stop. Hold on.
Sorry.
There it is.
Cut.
You can see, right?
Pause.
We've worked on a lot of projects together now, and including Lalo's latest single, which he's going to be singing a little bit. But first, before we do that, we want to give you a preview. Les queremos dar un sneak peek.
Actually, are you live? Check on here.
Check on there.
I
don't think you're live, brother.
It's not live, right?
Go live on here.
Let's double check.
¿Qué va a decir?
No,
you're not. Maybe you were, I don't know. But we did a. Yeah, you were live. It's just the comments weren't coming in.
Live, estamos en vivo.
Go live again.
I'm not. We're live here too.
Vamos a transmitir en vivo para la gente. Vamos a hablar
Dale live otra vez.
cosas.
Hang on, let me hit the side button. Alright, go.
Action.
See? I'm sorry, just nobody.
Les vamos a cantar un pedacito de una canción que es composición de mi hermano Jonathan. Es muy buen tema. Me dio la oportunidad de grabar este tema para incluirme a su proyecto. ¿Cómo se llama tu proyecto, hermano?
Se llama The Lalo Moral. Oh, no. Se llama The Espinoza Experience. There's 2 singles out right now. The first one was Josh Zarker, que se llama Me Quebraste, which he played accordion on. The second one is Que Lo Sepan, featuring Carla Cristina, an artist out of Nevada. And the third single is going to feature my brother over here, Lalo Morales. La canción se llama Mírame. And when I wrote it, I was like, I got to get Lalo to sing this song because I love his vocal. And we're going to do a little sneak peek of it right now on the piano and the guitar. Check it out.
Llevo en mis bolsillos los recibos de tu amor. En cada uno de ellos te escribí una canción. Letras y estrofas que hablan solo de tristeza. Estás metida dentro de mi mente y de mi ser. Creo oír tu voz y la verdad no sé qué hacer. Quisiera borrar de mi memoria toda tu existencia. Fíjate que ya aprendí a vivir feliz en ti. Te lo debo solo a ti, ya casi te odiaba a ti. No se te ocurre regresar, solo vas a encontrar sueños quebrantados, cenizas del pasado. Mírame que ya vivo mejor sin ti, ya ves. Eso de ser tóxica no te quedó muy bien. Y ahora vivirás arrepentida con saber cómo yo te quise, nadie más te va a querer. Y ahora le toca a alguien más mi corazón. Le escribiré canciones nuevas de nuestro amor. Fíjate que ya aprendí a vivir feliz sin ti. Te lo debo solo a ti, ya casi te odiaba a ti. No se te ocurre regresar, solo vas a encontrar sueños quebrantados, cenizas del pasado. Mírame que ya vivo mejor sin ti, ya ves. Eso de ser tóxica no te quedó muy bien. Y ahora vivirás arrepentida con saber que como te quise nadie más te va a querer. Y ahora le toca a alguien más mi corazón. Le escribiré canciones nuevas de nuestro amor. Mírame que ya vivo mejor sin ti, ya ves. Eso de ser tóxica no te quedó muy bien. Y ahora vivirás arrepentida con saber que como te quise nadie más te va a querer. Y ahora le toca a alguien más mi corazón. Le escribiré canciones nuevas de nuestro amor. Mírame que ya vivo mejor sin ti, ya ves. Eso de ser tóxica no te quedó muy bien. Y ahora vivirás arrepentida con saber que como te quise nadie más te va a querer. Querer. Muy buen tema.
That was in all keys, in all the keys.
It was en todos los tonos.
I tell you what, that's gonna be the third single. It's gonna be coming soon. We might try the drums tonight. We gotta see it.
Muy buen tema.
Muy buen composición de
mi hermano Jonathan.
Hey,
give him a sample of the guide.
No.
Why not?
Ándale, 10 seconds.
Part, yeah.
10 segunditos.
Yeah,
No.
Just you can hear the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, here it goes.
You know where the lead's at? That's not the lead.
De tu amor, en cada uno de ellos te escribí una canción, letras y estrofas que hablan solo de tristeza. Estás metida dentro de mi mente y mi ser, pero en tu voz y la verdad no sé qué hacer, quisiera borrar de mí.
I thought this was behind the music.
That's not finished yet, though.
Yeah, it's the whole point. We're showing them behind the scenes pre-production.
Yeah.
It goes from that to
Now we're live.
We'll eventually get to the.
Yeah.
We'll eventually get there.
We'll eventually get the drums there. But yeah, no, man, I'm excited because, like I've said before in my lives, I love working with point players, and obviously Aaron is a point player, but now Lalo has become part of the team.
Gracias a ustedes por
Claro que sí.
agregarme a su equipo.
Pues sí,
Bonita canción.
the Espinoza experience.
Gracias.
Both of these guys are going to be a major part of every song, as is my cousin Chris Rodriguez, Miguel Hernandez, Eddie Perez, and we'll have a few other surprises in there. But this is going to be the core group right here, these guys. And I want to talk next about the single Como Te Amo. Because esa canción, ese sencillo, el primer sencillo de nuestro querido amigo y hermano Lalo Morales. Toda la canción solo tiene 3 músicos.
That was 3.
Yeah.
Tiene como 20 instrumentos, pero nada más somos nosotros 3.
Yeah. So if you don't know, Lalo.
But you did like 95 of those.
Exactly, because Lalo can play just about any instrument that you put in front of him. So, in the new single, Como Te Amo, he played the bajo sexto, the bass, the accordion.
Who is the young version of?
Was he a young version of?
Yeah, that you and I knew.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Mario Vigil. Yep. Yeah, because...
Squatting.
Claro que sí.
For real, man.
Soy su gemelo.
Yeah, hay mucha gente que puede tocar todos los instrumentos. Mis respetos. Pero hay poca gente que puede dominar cada instrumento. Pero yo puedo tocar el bajo, yo puedo tocar la guitarra, un poquito de...
Yo también puedo tocar el piano.
But not only that, on the musician side of it, it's just a genuine person. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, he's a...
Yo soy me encanta ser sencillo. Me encanta hacer música. Me fascina hacer música.
Chile.
Al Chile, bro.
We're starting a band. It's going to be a 3-piece band. It's going to be called Al Chile.
And no fries.
Yeah, look out for that.
Chile con tocino y queso.
Look out for the first single, Al Chile.
Al chilazo.
Háblanos un poquito del sencillo porque me acuerdo cuando me mandaste lo que es la guía. Y te pregunté, Lalo, ¿por qué una canción así, una balada pop se puede decir? Porque en una cumbia, una ranchera, y me dijiste que porque esta canción habla del amor y quiero...
Es diferente.
Claro que sí. So, habla de eso un poquito.
Hubo un tiempo donde, pues cuando vivía en Monterrey, pues, siempre me la he pasado solo, o sea, enfocado más en la música. Y en ese tiempo escuchaba muchas canciones que ya eran desamor. It was just a bunch of heartbreak songs, de que me quiero cortar las venas y era mucho...
Negativo.
Sí, muchas cosas negativas, ¿no? De que hablando de balaceras y hablando de tomar y hablando de de cosas de, pues,
Yeah.
sexuales, ¿no?
Yeah.
Y pues la verdad a mí está bien, pero eso es para otro tipo de gente.
Claro que sí.
Nosotros somos humanos, we're humans. A nosotros nos gusta escuchar algo bueno para los oídos, ¿no? A mí me encanta poesía, güey. A mí me encanta ser positivo. I love to be positive.
Right.
So, estaba tan positivo que me dio COVID y salí positivo. Y me puse a escribir canciones y yo me acuerdo cuando estaba enfermo, hablaba con Chuy y estábamos escribiendo puras canciones de desamor, muchos heartbreak songs.
Wow.
Se me quitó la enfermedad. Me fui para Monterrey de nuevo con Destiny Navaira y con Raulito y con todos Navaira. Y conocí a mi novia, a mi mujer que ahora es mi novia. Por favor, discúlpame. Saludos a mi novia que ahorita nos está viendo, Alejandra Garza. Te amo demasiado, Bibi, y gracias por inspirarme para escribir este tema, ¿no? Esta canción va dedicada a ti, Be. Esta canción me salió así como te grabo las acordeones. How I record accordions in 30 minutes, an hour.
Yeah.
Me salió esta canción así del corazón, me salió. Como quisiera estar a tu lado. Hablaba con ella, I would talk to her por FaceTime, era por puro celular. Y le decía, ¿cómo quisiera estar a tu lado? ¿Cómo quisiera decirte que te amo? Que ya quiero tenerte de la mano, ¿verdad? Todo se me empezó a venir. Y le hablé a Chuy, hey, vamos a escribir. Empecé con la guitarra. Empecé así a tocar así. Y empezamos a escribir y salió así de la nada, del corazón salió así, Diosito la mandó y dijo, esta canción es para ti. Y me salió y desde entonces dije, este va a ser el primer sencillo que voy a grabar, que voy a lanzar. Y eso es lo que hicimos. El plan sigue siendo lo ideal. Sacamos el primer sencillo titulado ¿Cómo te amo? De parte de su servidor Lalo Morales. Y está disponible ahorita en todas las plataformas digitales. Producido por ustedes, por nosotros tres.
Yeah, give the backstory on how we all got on the project.
Yeah, well, because I was at home watching TV with my kids. It was one of the first nights I had off.
Sí.
And you called me.
Yeah, because we finally got to the mix stage where the song was done. I did drums and we were cool. All the parts were done. And he came from Pecos to San Antonio because you were going to Monterrey.
Monterrey.
So he's like, well, let's mix it. I'm like, hey man, like I hear keyboards, man. What do you think? He's like, really? I like, nah. I was like, yeah, no, I hear.
Es que yo he grabado de que un tipo orchestra on the back. Yo
Yeah.
escuchaba eso. I would tell him, yo escuchaba mucho de que bonito, cosas bonitas, strings.
Yeah, so no, I just hear, I
Estamos
call
aquí.
them pads or keys or whatever.
Sí.
Hey, let me call Jonathan real quick and he'll do it.
De volada, and we called him por el celular, through over the phone, las grabó y igual en 5 o 10 minutos nos marcó para atrás y nos mandó el file y llegué aquí con Aaron y la empezamos a mezclar y editar y todo el rollo y la mezclamos y hasta las...
All night.
I got here, llegué como a las 6 de la tarde y me fui como a las 6 de la
English
mañana.
only.
English only? Well, I
Hit the sat button.
got here at 6 p.m. and I left at 6 a.m. Duramos 12 horas aquí metidos, aquí en este cuartito.
Hey, that's the same night we re-recorded the accordion for
Y
the
también grabamos el acordeón para mi compadre Ben. Sí, la pasamos aquí en el estudio 12 horas. We spent 12 hours in this little room. We ate Chick-fil-A.
It's little.
Well, es un cuarto grande, pero la batería toma todo el espacio. Y pues, aquí las pasamos 12 horas grabando y mezclando y vamos a meter esto y qué tal suena esto y qué tal suena esto y cuando la escuché dije, wow, me quedé impresionado, dije, te pasaste de lanza, esta mezcla es algo, para mí es algo muy, it's real humbling for me, para mí me siento muy honrado poder sacar un tema mío como artista, como solista y es algo muy bonito, es una sensación muy, 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 muy padre, la verdad, nunca he sentido esa emoción de sacar tu propia canción que escribiste, que le tomaste el tiempo, yo me acuerdo la grabé las voces cuando se la mandé a Aaron, las grabé como unas 30 veces. Se las mandé a un guy y luego las volví. Es like, ya la voy a mezclar, ya mándamela con los drums. Grabé la voz otra vez. I recorded the voice on the spot.
Once you get the drums, you re-recorded all the
Grabé
parts.
todo, me mandó las baterías y me puse a grabar el bass otra vez, las guitarras, todo el rollo, las voces, todo el acordeón lo grabé como 5 veces y todo es para perfeccionarlo. Nunca soy satisfecho con nada, ¿verdad? Y me encanta, ya cuando me siento bien, que es como un OCD.
Yeah.
Así como
That's the thing, dude. Like, that's a problem a lot of artists have. Is because they're the ones who created everything, they played everything, it's never done.
Exactamente.
Exactly.
You know?
Por eso la mayoría del tiempo yo grabo todo, because
and I'm the guy that's like,
quiero,
it's better for it to be done today than perfect tomorrow. Because it'll never be.
It'll never be perfect, bro.
So,
como ahorita la canción de Cómo Te Amo, yo quisiera cambiarle muchas cosas, pero la verdad suena muy bonita así como está.
Yeah.
Y así se va a quedar para siempre. Porque
so play an acoustic version of it, since for those that may not have heard it yet. Like, this song's available digitally everywhere.
Yes.
It's his brand new single.
¿Cómo te amo?
For those that are, English only, it's called Como Te Amo. It's available on all digital platforms. I use Spotify personally, so I have it.
I have it on Spotify too.
So, yeah. Check it out. Lalo Morales.
Un poquito de mi sencillo más reciente titulado Cómo Te Amo, dedicada para mi vida hermosa perfecta. Te amo mucho. Estaba yo sentado pensando en ti, mi amor. Estaba ilusionado queriendo besar tus labios rojos. Quiero llegue el momento de conquistarte y hacerte mía, y entregarte mi vida. Como quisiera estar a tu lado, como quisiera decirte te amo, quisiera tenerte de la mano. Prometo no alejarme de tu lado, te juro llevarte a un mundo claro, donde no falte amor ni te hagan daño. Un mundo de amor lleno de sueños y fantasías, de alegría sobran las sonrisas. Solo te pido que tú seas mía, como te amo. Ahí quedó.
On the spot.
Un poquito. Algo de cómo te amo para todos ustedes. Muchas gracias.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So now that you're a seasoned studio musician, what other projects have you officially recorded on?
Well, thanks to you. Gracias a por tener.
People don't know. I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but like you
No.
recorded on Signal stuff. You recorded on, or I don't know if you're allowed to say that. You signed an NDA or what?
No. Me ha tocado grabar y estar en el estudio con muchos artistas. Viviendo en Monterrey, we joined una disquera que se llama Remix Music. Entramos a una disquera que se llama Remix Music y conocí los contactos ahí de Remix y a Domingo Chávez, a los dueños, I met the owners. And los músicos y los ingenieros, the engineers, I got to meet a lot of people, man. Y grabarle a muchos artistas. Mucha gente no saben, pero Remix Music es una disquera donde está Grupo Pesado, La Tracalosa de Monterrey, están Saúl el Jaguar, Leandro Ríos, muchos artistas muy famosos, y me ha tocado grabarles a varios artistas de esa disquera, ¿verdad? Y también me ha tocado estar en el estudio con Grupo Signo, con mucha raza, ¿no? Grabarle a mucha gente, y con Jay Pérez, recientemente.
Oh, that's right.
Recientemente me habló Aarón, que estaba en el estudio con
¿Cómo te amo?
Con Mario Ortiz. Él estaba en el estudio con Mario Ortiz y me hablan los dos por FaceTime y me dice, ¿qué onda, Dad?
That's right. No, that's another story.
You still down in the studio? You guys were in the studio super late.
I was coming back from Austin with my wife and my daughter, and I was stuck in traffic, and so I get a phone call. Mario Ortiz, the producer, arranger, musical director for Jay Pettis. So he has a studio and it's whatever. And we're also really good friends. So I was just, I didn't know why he was calling because it could be for any reason, right? Because, we're cool. So he calls us, hey, are you busy? I'm like, I'm coming back from Austin and I'm stuck in traffic. He goes, hey, I need you at the studio, man. I've got a couple tracks for you. So, yeah. He goes, well, who's the project for? Was who else? That was his kind. That was his mark. Who else? It's for Jay. He says, yeah, man. I didn't know what time I was gonna get back because I was stuck in traffic, and I had already made plans with my wife that we're just gonna chill. So I tried to not necessarily get out of it, but basically just see how much of an emergency was it. It's always hurry up or I need it yesterday type stuff. So I wanted to see if that was the reality or if I had some time. He said, nah, man, I need to get these done. He said, you know what, man, once I get back in town, I'll let you know. And if it's still an appropriate time, then, we'll go. So I got back in town and I called. He said, nah, man, we're still here. Just come. I'm like, cool. Well, he came and he showed me the guide. It's just Mario on a piano, just, singing the melody. I'm like, okay, so I can do the drums real quick. It was a norteño style song, so I asked him, I said, hey man, who's gonna finish it? Who's doing bajo, bass, or recording? He said, I think he's right. And he said, honestly, dude, I don't know. Because that's not, if you know Jay, he's not he's not known for playing norteño style or right. Was it norteño light or whatever it's called. That's not his style. He's all keyboards and real progressive. I was like, dude, I know the perfect guy that can knock this out. He goes, Lalo? He says, of course. He said, you think he'll do it? I'm like, come on. I had to pull one of those moments of the come on. He's my bestest friend on the world.
My dad.
So I'm like, let me call him, man. Let me see what he's doing. And as soon as I did, you're not that. You're not that. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah, man. Y yo me acuerdo, he called me. And he goes, hey, man, we got a track for you real quick.
Destiny's finally on.
Hey, what up,
What
D?
up, Destiny?
Saludos a todos. A Destiny, a José, a todos, Rico. So he called me. Y le contesté, ¿qué onda, Dad? What's good? And he goes, hey, we got a track for you for Jay. And I'm like, órale, con Jay, con madre. Cool, man, send it over. And yo le mandé, hace cuenta, Mario me mandó un guide, una guía. Y me dice, te la voy a cantar, güey. Okay. So me la mandó. Aaron had did the drums. It was just drums and keyboards.
Keyboard, touch keyboard, touch bass.
Touch bass, and the bajo sounded really cool. And I did the accordion. Lo que me cantó on the guide, I played it on the accordion, and he goes, dude, pero it sounds good, it sounds perfect, pero it's gonna have saxophone, va a llevar saxofón y que muchas cosas diferentes y que te ocupo que cambies. Pero hubo una emergencia. This is a story that not a lot of people know. Detrás de la música, behind the music, behind la música. Esa canción iba a llevar muchas cosas de que saxofón y que muchas cosas diferentes, ¿no?
Yeah, that was the vision he had, yeah.
No nomás acordeón, it wasn't just accordion. Pero yo metí así como si fuera nomás acordeón.
Mm-hmm.
Y el día siguiente yo me fui para Monterrey. I left.
Right.
Yo me fui y estaba Mario, hable de que, bro, por favor, dámela, que se ocupo cambios, and we need to change it, it's gonna have all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Total, nunca pude grabarla de nuevo. Y así salió, it came out like that, it came out without a saxophone, y así se quedó con el acordeón.
Well, I mean, that's too, man, like, that shows, the genius of a good music producer, or, the genius of Mario Ortiz,
Yeah.
He saw one vision, he took just the one time you tracked it.
It was a one-taker.
And then he made that become the song, He
Made
it work.
Shout out to Mario Ortiz.
Exactamente.
Shout out to Mario Ortiz.
Shout out to 830
Shout out to
Studios.
Mario, yeah, 830 Studios.
Yeah.
Compadre.
Yeah, we're both from the 830. That
Del Rio's finest.
Del Rio's finest.
That's down the street from you, From
about 45 minutes.
Man.
Somos paisanos.
Yeah, border town.
Saludos a mi compadre Chuy, también que está viendo.
I want to let the people know too that, let me turn this back around this way. We need to hire a cameraman, bro.
We have three. It says we have 3 cameras. We got YouTube Live. We got Facebook Live.
YouTube, my personal Live. YouTube Live. Lalo's on his Facebook Live, and Jonathan's on his Instagram Live. So we got all you guys covered.
Tell them about the time at the Huasteca. Can I?
Tell them. Well, if he brought it up.
There's a lot of stories at that Huasteca.
What is that?
Keep it
That
clean.
No, yeah.
It's not X-rated, is it?
No. La Huasteca it's a national park ahí en Monterrey, and it's known los.
Wait, before you say that. When we did Que Lo Sepan, remember? Que Lo
Okay,
Sepan?
yeah. I gave him credit and he didn't even do it.
No, not even that. You're like, we could use accordion. And he's like, send it to Lalo. And I think that day you had posted a picture of you somewhere in the freaking mountains.
You said you were in Afghanistan.
Yeah, I told you, bro. I just said Lalo no sabes freaking Afghanistan right now, bro.
Es que me vieron.
Because I would always joke with him. He'd be like, well, he said he can record. We'll call him on it.
Oh, yeah.
Es que me toca viajar bastante. ¿Qué dice, güey?
Tell him about the time at Doritos.
Ooh. Hey.
Yeah. We need to bring Rigo on here, dude. Because it sounds like he's got a lot of stories.
I told Destiny the other day when she went live, I go, hey, I need to have you guys on this show.
Look, Huasteca es una zona donde puedes hacer.
¿Qué dijo?
I don't know, read it. I faded away.
Dijo papel.
Right there. Read it again.
Huasteca es una zona donde puede hacer rappel. Rappel. Like you can go like climbing and stuff like that there.
Oh, okay.
It's a bunch of mountains. It's a national park. And we went there and we filmed with Destiny. We did an acoustic set there. It was me, Rigo, and Destiny. We went to the, it's a bunch of mountains, beautiful white mountains.
Is that where you were riding the horse?
White Mountain.
No way, that's somewhere else. That was in Real de 14.
That was
by
beautiful,
San Luis
brother.
Potosí. So we went to Real de 14, bro. Real de 14 is old age from the 1800s, the 1600s, the BCs, way before Christ. BCs. It was way out there, bro. It's super old. Un pueblo bien viejito. Real amazing, bro. It's real abandoned, real. When you get there, it's an amazing experience, bro. Te cambia la vida once you get there, and there's no Wi-Fi, there's no nothing. Ahí is like if you're going to. It reminded me of the set from Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
Real old, man. The streets, así de tierra, there's horses, there's donkeys.
I'm laughing because I'm sure I've called you many times when you've been there, and I'm like, bro, I need a song. Mándamela, ahorita te la grabo.
Ahorita te la mando. Ahorita la grabo aquí con el celular y te la mando. Sí, güey, so we went, and es una experiencia, ¿no? Como no hay nada, we had to experience the horses. Nice. Ahí mucha gente viaja en caballo.
Wow.
Y nos llevaron a una mina hasta arriba a conocer el pueblo a caballo.
With your instruments and everything?
No fuimos a tocar, fuimos como que...
We're just hanging out?
We were hanging out.
Sightseeing.
Yeah. Sightseeing, yeah.
So.
Íbamos por allá, por San Luis, y we had to stop there at Real de 14. We had to stop there and go get on the horses, y le mando un video a Aaron y a Jonathan, and I posted it on social medias, y me se quedaron de, ¿qué onda chingados estás? Andas allá en Iraq, o en Afghanistan. Saludos, Dad. Un abrazo a mi hermano, a Rigo.
Are you guys coming back to San Antonio?
Never.
Yeah.
I know that answer.
They already got their citizenship and everything.
Saludos.
Mucha gente también viendo.
Xavier, ¿cómo estás, compa? What's up, brother? Garcia Kid, Demi Aviles. Hey, what's up, brother?
Melcher's on too?
We haven't heard from Demi in a long time, bro.
¿Qué onda, Dad?
I also want to say before, because we're going to go here in a little bit.
All night, dude.
Yeah, we do. If you need remote sessions, accordion, bajo sexto, Lalo is available. The man lives and breathes music all day long. He has a studio that he works at all day long. So if you need work, hit him up on Facebook, on Instagram. You can contact him through me as well. I can give you all his contact information. He's also a songwriter. So if you need a song, si hay grupos allá que necesitan canciones con letra buenísima. Nice. Letra con sentimiento, good songs. These aren't Mickey Mouse songs that Lalo writes. Are real good songs. He shared with me a lot of his songwriting, and the man has a gift. So I have started to refer some of my clients to him. because I know he could use the work, and I don't mind, giving work to anybody as long as I know that they are good people and Lalo is good people.
Not only that, they're going to provide a good product.
Exactly.
Claro.
Yes, an excellent product, and he will do what you need and more. Talk to us a little bit more about, because I know you want to release an album. I've already heard like 5 or 6 of your songs that Aaron needs to track down for.
I owe everybody's song. Man. I'm sorry.
Miguel Hernandez.
El otro día vi una publicación tuya, esa post, donde somebody tagged you. Who tagged you?
Waiting, Miguel.
Oh, Miguel Hernandez.
Still waiting.
He's a skeleton already.
Y vi en los comentarios como 50 artistas. Yo también. Dije, yo quiero ser como Aaron. Yo quiero trabajar así en el estudio todo el día.
So, cuéntanos algo de ese, that album, because
este disco, la verdad no tiene nombre todavía. It doesn't have a name. Pero este disco va a ser algo muy, no sé, increíble. Para mí va a ser algo irreal. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be epic. Va a ser épico. Va a ser algo muy grande. En este disco van involucrados 2 músicos. Bien, disculpa que diga esta palabra, por favor, ya sé que querían limpio, pero son una chingonada mis hermanos, son unos músicos extraordinarios. And for me, hands down, one of the best musicians that I've had the privilege to work with. La verdad, no cabe duda alguna que son los mejores, porque sí, la verdad, con el producto que transmiten y que nos dan y que siempre entregan es lo mejor de lo mejor, la mejor calidad del mundo, ¿no? O sea, es trabajo bien, así como son profesionales, la verdad son compadre Jonathan Espinoza y mi compadre Eric Holler. Con estos 2 músicos en este disco van involucrados en la mayoría de todas las canciones. Aaron va involucrado en todas las baterías, en todo lo que es teclados y en letra y coros, en lo que sea. También mi compadre Jonathan va incluido en este disco.
We gotta convince the executive producer that I'm gonna mix everything.
Y también. Sí, Aaron también en la rola de Cómo Te Amo. También Aaron tuvo ¿cómo se llama? He had the chance to mix and master. Él masterizó y mezcló toda la canción. Venimos aquí a grabarla, a masterizarla. Yo manejé como 7 horas para venir a mezclar esta canción aquí. Con él duramos 12 horas trabajando en esa canción. Y es una experiencia muy difícil, es muy difícil, la verdad. It's a hard business, it's a sacrifice, pero si lo haces con el amor, no cuesta nada. La dedicación y todo el tiempo que te dedicas a la música es impresionante. Es algo increíble, ¿no? El producto final siempre sale de lujo, siempre sale perfecto. Y así el disco va a estar muy padre. Y creo que el disco, no sé, creo que se va a llamar Inmortal, o Cómo Te Amo, o no sé, un nombre. Hay que sacar nombres ahí para el disco, pero va a estar increíble este disco. Va a ser algo nuevo, algo muy fresco, algo diferente. A mucha gente le gustan los cantos, a mucha gente le gusta el reggaetón, a mucha gente le gusta pop, y aquí va incluido un poquito de todo, más moderno, música bonita para la gente, para que escuchen música bonita, letra consciente, letra bonita. Si Dios quiere, espero les guste a toda la gente que nos está viendo. Esperen muy pronto mi nuevo disco, mi nuevo proyecto, Lalo Morales.
Yes, I've got to listen to a bunch of the songs already, and it's very good work. It's excellent work, and I can't wait till the album's released.
Gracias.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Ya quiero que la raza lo escuche. I want people to hear it already. It's gonna be
not to
incredible.
get all like sentimental or philosophical or anything like that, but you do realize that we get to do something that nobody else can do, and that's basically document or archive a moment in our lives that'll be preserved forever. So when we're long gone and our kids are gone and their kids are gone, we'll still have that.
Aquí vamos a seguir. Sí,
it's one thing, that's the priceless thing that we have as musicians, that not everybody has that privilege or the ability to do.
Exactamente. So, Diosito nos bendició con un talento, con una magia. es una cierta magia y un poder muy, muy grande, ¿no? Y siempre hay que ser agradecidos con Diosito por darnos este talento, for giving us this talent. We always gotta thank him, because without him, none of this is possible. He gave us, nos dio este talento para brillar, nos puso en este mundo por una razón, y nosotros tenemos que ser responsables para ver qué es la razón por qué estamos aquí, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm.
Y yo sé que Diosito siempre nos guía, siempre nos tiene de la mano y siempre está con nosotros y nos va a decir por qué estamos aquí, nos va a demostrar por qué razón estamos aquí. Y siempre hay que tener fe en Dios y nunca dejar de creer, y siempre hacer todo con el amor, todo con su corazón. Así para que si pones a Diosito enfrente de todo, todo siempre va a salir adelante.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
before we wrap it up, any questions, concerns,
Preguntas,
comments?
que quieren escuchar historias.
You might want to check your Instagram. Easier
we're good.
to scroll.
No, we're good. There's only got
What's
one
up,
viewer.
fellas?
We good?
Yeah, we're good over here.
Any questions, concerns,
Saludos.
comments,
Oh,
criticisms?
snap. Somebody said el mejor acordeonista y el más guapo.
Mi novia, de seguro, ¿verdad? Te
Yeah.
amo, baby. Te
She's
amo.
right there. Look at, she's watching.
Se está viendo mi niña hermosa. Te amo. Saludos a toda mi familia de Monterrey, a toda mi familia Garza. Los amo demasiado. Les mando un fuerte abrazo. Los extraño mucho. También
Nope.
también a mi madre y a mi papá. A mi mami, te amo mucho.
Steve is the man.
I love you, mom. A mi papá Juan, I love you. También, you're watching.
Here's a question right there. Su artista tejano favorito.
Mi artista tejano favorito.
Uh-oh.
Órale.
Pues ¿no que eres el sobrino de Emilio?
You don't understand, man.
Oh, man.
So yeah, that.
No, you know what? I wanted to ask you that. Who is your favorite artist?
No, he just said
Yeah,
tejano.
no,
You gotta
okay,
answer
yeah, I
the
get it.
tejano one
Favorite
first.
tejano, mi
Yeah,
artista favorito tejano.
who's somebody you like to listen to? I mean, I think I already know the answer to this question.
Who?
La Firma? You
It's
like
not tejano.
No,
I'm
but...
talking about like tejano.
Okay,
tejano.
well, yeah, answer that one first. Tejano.
David Garza y los musicales.
Oh, yeah. You can't, yeah. That's,
ELG University,
DLG
man.
University, David Garza y los musicales, hands down.
the music's so beautiful, man.
Con todos los cantantes,
Yeah,
con
yo-
todos los
yeah.
cantantes, toda la música que ha sacado David Garza, él es el papá de los pollos.
Yeah.
Él es el papá de los
No,
pollitos.
you're right.
Okay, norteño?
Norteño, intocable.
No.
Intocable. Me gusta mucho Intocable.
I've seen the videos.
Me gusta mucho Intocable, la música
Sí.
norteña. También
another
me gusta
question.
la firma Ramón Ayala, Los Relámpagos. Me gusta mucho escuchar de todo, man. De
Yeah.
todo. A ver, ¿qué otras preguntas? A
This
ver.
is how hard was making the music for Lalo. I guess that's for me, obviously. Well, not
put
hard
that?
at all, honestly,
Who put that?
because he put the guide. Aaron S. asked Aaron Holler how hard was making the music for Lalo.
¿Qué dice?
Super hard. He sings all that desentonado.
No, honestly, not like it was not hard at all, because the music tells you what it you know what I mean. It kind of tells you what to play. Obviously you gave me the guide, so there's always a map there to give you to keep you in a certain lane. But now the music kind of tells you what direction you want to go. If it's something that's real laid back, real chill, or it's something that's super progressive and a lot of demonstration of musical talent, stuff like that. But no, it was pretty straightforward, right?
It's Como Te Amo is a really, really simple song. It's not that complicated. It has a lot of a feeling into it. It's more feeling. It's more when
Yeah.
you record. It's more just let out what you're.
Yeah, and
Saca lo que estás pensando.
just
y lo que
support.
estás
It's one of those
sintiendo.
songs that you support. You support the
Exactamente.
music. This isn't it's not a clinic song.
No tiene tantos arreglos. No tiene tanto. O sea,
Right.
a lot of stops, a lot of licks. It's more. Es como subirte a tu carro y vas a viajar 20 horas, así como Jonathan ayer. Vas a manejar 20 horas y no quieres.
Yes, from the heart.
You don't want to go stepping in all these bumps. Y
Yeah,
quieres un viaje así suavecito. Quieres manejar suavecito. Así deben ser las canciones para mí.
It's another one. Who's your favorite rock band?
My favorite rock band.
I'm gonna go first.
All right, go.
I got two. Led Zeppelin and Kiss. Those
Okay.
are my favorites.
Yes.
Yes.
¿Te gusta eso? A mí me gusta. Okay, so we're gonna be two.
Yeah, I got two.
All right, mine number one, Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Pink Floyd,
yeah,
number one.
They're dope too, but they're not Led Zeppelin.
One was Pink Floyd. Number two, I've been listening to a lot of. Don't judge me, but a lot of.
The Bee Gees, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, the Bee Gees are fire.
Hey, the Bee Gees. Honestly, that's number two. Para mí, the Bee Gees.
You know, the Bee Gees have one of the songs is considered the, what's it called? I was just reading up on the other day. It's considered one of the greatest compositions of all time. I can't remember what song it is, but the arrangement.
Yes, they do. I'm just kidding. I'm a fan of all music.
I like Queen too. I like to listen to Queen.
Yeah, it's hard to have a favorite, man.
Yeah, you can't have a favorite.
But as far as the first bands that pop into my mind, it's like, for example, it's Led Zeppelin and Kiss. The only reason why is because my mom turned me on to Kiss. Kiss Alive 2 was, she bought the cassette for me, then because of the makeup, and I was like 6 years old, you know what I mean?
You look at them like, what?
Yeah, no, I've seen them live, obviously, but like, I'm still young enough to where the main original band had broken up and all that stuff, but, you know, it's the guy just mentioned Van Halen, of course. I mean,
Van Halen,
of course.
Van Hagar.
Bon Jovi, man.
Jovi.
Boston.
Man, those
Boston.
are, yeah.
Deep Purple, Black Sabbath. I mean, there's a million bands, but I mean, I guess the easy way to answer a favorite is just the first bands that pop into your head.
Yep.
Exactamente.
So I guess that'd be it.
You did?
Rock?
The Rock. First bands.
I like Pink Floyd and
Probably can.
and
The Beatles.
I used to like the Beatles.
Lots of beer.
I like the Beatles.
But
Oh, of course, but he said rock. I don't consider him a rock band.
No?
Unless you're talking about just, you know, 50s, you know, old school rock and roll type thing, like Rolling Stones. You know what I mean?
Who's your favorite country artist?
forever it was Garth Brooks and then George Strait.
Mine's Jorge Derecho all day.
Yeah.
Jorge Derecho?
yeah. George Strait from my white folk.
Yeah, George Strait.
That's the king, man. King George.
King George. También. I like Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, I mean, of course. That's why.
Brooks
That's the
and
thing, man. It's hard. Dude. Being a musician, a fan of music, it's hard to have a favorite because I love all music.
Tim
man.
McGraw's amazing too.
Tim McGraw's amazing.
Yeah.
Martina McBride,
Randy
cool.
Rogers.
Randy Rogers, the Texas country stuff. Cody Johnson's hitting right now.
Yeah, dude.
There's just so much music.
Hay muchos músicos, hay muchos artistas y todos son buenos.
Okay, who's your favorite Mexican artist?
My favorite Mexican artist?
Yeah.
Lo amo demasiado.
George Jones, yeah, he's a monster too.
Es... A mucha gente le gusta Luis Miguel, pero el originario es al señorón. No sé
Juan
si
Gabriel.
Juan Gabriel. Exactamente, ese vato.
Marco Antonio
Le
Solís.
respeto a Marco Antonio Solís
Yeah,
también
Marco
es
Antonio
un...
Solís.
A mi Diosito sí también es muy bueno. Marco Antonio Solís son... Pero la
Luego
verdad...
Mariachi.
Don Vicente.
Of course.
Vicente. I always say Vicente.
But you're young enough to where you could actually be like a Pepe Aguilar because he was like hitting right when you were...
Pepe Aguilar. Yeah, when I was a kid, dude. Yeah, we would live... When I was... My mom would clean. Y yo escuchaba la de...
Por mujeres.
Sí,
Of
güey.
course, Frank Mason's a legend, man. He's out of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Y solo porque tú...
Más alto que las
Yeah, dude. I listened to all those songs, man.
Yeah, I used to love Pepe.
También, when I was a kid, I would listen to a lot of that song. Mi mamá siempre la ponía, la de Un besito cachichurris.
Who did that one?
I think it was un cantante que se llama Daniel Luna, güey.
Oh.
Daniel Luna.
I've always been more attracted to writers.
Yeah.
So like Marco Antonio Solís writes all this stuff. Fato
Gabriel.
wrote most of Pepe Aguilar's hits. People don't know that.
See,
And
I
he's a-
don't know that because I'm not a lyricsmith.
Yeah.
That's my wife is a big fan. She's always the lyrics is what catches her. Me, it's because I don't speak Spanish at all. Basically, it's
Yeah.
always the music. It's
Right.
got to be good music.
Te voy a enseñar a hablar español.
Yeah.
When?
Ahorita.
Cuando?
You
Ahorita.
gotta
Ahorita
start
mismo.
by saying al chile.
Al Chile da.
Al Chile.
Chile that.
Neta.
Fato,
Solos.
Alex Sintek is a great writer.
Carlos Sainz, bro.
Carlos Sainz.
A mí también me gusta escuchar mucho Julio Iglesias. Julio Iglesias. También Cristian Castro.
Oh, Cristian Castro was the bomb.
Here's another question. Who's your favorite Tejano singer?
My favorite Tejano singer. Aaron Holler.
In the shower.
my favorite Tejano singer, la verdad, Marcos Orozco.
He seems like a dude. That's a hard question, man. I mean,
is.
Marcos Orozco.
Because he's one of those effortless singers. He sounds like himself. You know, if you see him sing, he doesn't require any effort.
Bro, you know who's got a great voice and you don't hear too much about him? David Mares. David Mares.
What's the order? Hello.
Yeah, but
dude, there's so many.
Gets mentioned with the.
There's so many great singers, man. Okay, again, to answer the question, because it's the first one that pops into my mind, and not because I played with the guy, but J Pez.
Yeah, G.
Because
he's the voice.
he caters more towards what my artistic style preference is. Like, I love being from Detroit, Motown. I love R&B. I love soul. I love funk. I mean, I listen to everything, but he's just one of those singers that can cover all those genres. That's what to me makes him a great singer. Is he's not just a Tejano singer. Because as a fan of Tejano music and not being a Spanish speaker, Tejano is like it incorporates all those different styles. That's why I love it so much, because it's not just nothing. Not there's anything wrong with that, but that's there. But there's also, you know, you got everything within the genre. You know, there's country, there's blues, there's R&B, there's ballads, there's.
And you know what? I respect the longevity of those guys.
For me, it's Jay Perez. But then again, there's so many great singers.
Yeah.
You know?
Like
Eddie Perez is one from back in the day, from Fabuloso Cuatro.
Yeah.
You know, David Mares, Ram.
Yeah,
I just said Marcos Orozco.
Bro, Ram sounds
Emilio,
like he hasn't aged, bro.
He's one of the favorite ones too. Adalberto Gallegos from Latin Breed.
Emilio had a good voice too, man.
Emilio was amazing, bro.
Jimmy Edward.
I had the chance I had the chance to like live with them.
Short
I was living with Raulito, and Emilio would go over to
Emilio too.
We're watching Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. We played at Angleton. Saludos a Jose y a Ruben. We played at their wedding. That's Raulito's manager and Destiny's management, and we played at their wedding in Angleton, Texas.
That guy likes the singer from Conjunto Primavera.
And wow, Primavera.
Tony Menendez.
Yeah.
Chihuahua. Yeah, he's bad too.
And we played in Angleton, and we opened up with Raulito, and then Emilio closed the show. And then, but when Emilio played, Ralph got on stage, Raulito, and just watching both of them, dude, I was like 16 years old. Watching both of them on stage, just do their thing, bro. Wow, man, the way it was so natural. They haven't played together in years.
Wow.
And when I saw them on stage, it was just like I've never got to experience it. And when I first saw them dancing and singing together,
then there's more old school singers too, you know, like Jesse Serrata, of course, or
he passed away already.
The guy from Los Chachos, Jimenez from Los Chachos,
Bernal, Paulino Bernal, como no?
Yeah. You know, or even the classic Jordan from Steve Jordan was a monster. We're still talking. Well, we were talking Tejano.
Oh,
even Norteño, you know, like.
Eliseo
Robles, hello.
Salomon Robles.
Your old boss, Joe Lopez, when he was at his prime, bro, that vocal was.
Joe Lopez is a monster singer too, and one of those guys that back in his day was an effortless singer. He just belted out without. It looks like when you watch him sing, it doesn't require any effort.
No effort, bro. It's cantante because it comes out from their heart. It comes out so natural. Yeah. It's that talent that God gave him.
Because me being so many years, like segueing into Jay and what, you know, he's one of those opposite singers. Obviously, he's got a tremendous voice, but he works for his voice. You see him exerting energy to sing powerfully.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's different styles of singing, man, and none of them, you know, none of those guys sing wrong.
They all have their own key signature, their own style.
Yeah.
They're perfect in the way they sing.
Who's asking all these questions?
You too, man. Look at.
Oh, nice.
Any other?
Aquí no hay preguntas.
We're in the QA section, so ask them now or forever hold your peace.
Y respuestas.
Let's see if we get any more. If not, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll head out for tonight.
Vamos a contestar las primeras preguntas que salen aquí en las tres cámaras. Pregunten sus preguntas. Ask for questions. Question and answers real quick. Preguntas. ¿Qué preguntas tienen? Es que no veo los comentarios por ahí.
You had some, but they fade away. I don't know if they can. Yeah, it's different. Let's see. Aaron, what band would you go back to out of all of them?
What?
I know the answer to that one.
Which one? If I had a chance, whoa.
I know the answer.
¿A qué grupo te irías? De nuevo, otra vez.
I already know.
Man, that's a hard song. That's a hard question. Because then it insinuates that if given the opportunity that I would do it.
Dame la respuesta.
I would go back to
jail.
I would, but
Che Perez?
I'm not looking. I'm completely happy playing with Jaime de Anda.
Yeah, Dad.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, I'm officially the drummer for Jaime de Anda, formerly of Los Chamacos.
Wow.
He's been doing it. Dude, did you know? Here's something. Speaking of behind the music, did you know he's the first one to record Puño de Tierra?
Jaime de Anda?
Jaime de Anda.
Really?
That's why you hear 1979? Because that's when he recorded it. When did
Really?
Ramon release it?
It was like 82.
There you go.
Hey, por ahí.
Oh, wow.
True story.
What? Qué loco.
Jaime de Anda recorded Puño de Tierra first.
So he's the original.
He's the original.
Where's it at?
I could probably find it. I mean, call him.
Let's put Jaime de Anda.
No, because I found the story because he told me. Jaime told me that when I first got in the band that he was playing with Ramon Ayala in Chicago, and after the gig they went and talked. He said, "Hey," and Ramon said, "Hey, you know, we got that song from you. We, you know, the arrangement and everything. We basically copied it except for a small few pieces." Mm-hmm. And who knows? I mean, obviously, everybody thinks that Don Ramon's the man. I mean, obviously he is the man, but for that specific song, Jaime was first.
Jaime de Anda recorded Puño de Tierra first. Wow, that's a cool story, bro.
1979.
True story, guys. Wow.
You know who recorded Un Día a la Vez first? Paulino Bernal.
Really?
Who's the first one?
It was the first one.
You know who the second one to record Puño de Tierra? Ramon Ayala.
You know who the third one was? That's notable?
Who?
AZ. Over Zamora.
Over Zamora. Oh, yeah, that's true.
The record was even called Puño de Tierra.
Aaron.
Where's the Fago? In the refrigerator, right?
Yeah, I saw it earlier.
Tell him. Prove it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the refrigerator. Got a 12-pack.
What is that?
It's a drink. A soda.
It's pop. For
Soda
those
pop.
Midwesterners
Soda
from
pop.
Detroit,
From Michigan.
Michigan, it's pop. But
Soda
no,
pop.
it's a soda. It's strawberry flavored soda. I'll give you one.
It's
Okay.
good.
It's good for your diabetes.
I don't know, I'm not diabetic, but yeah. Gracias. No, muchas gracias, guys. La verdad, me la pasé con madre. Me la pasé a toda dar con ustedes. Muchas gracias por involucrarme, por hacer esta
I got more questions. We got 2 more questions. Aaron, favorite drum kit ever? Pues, this one.
I don't know, because a little while ago when you were playing that little MIDI thing, you were going
Red
ham.
I was going. I thought it was ham. That's why. That's mine. Nah, but literally, that is my dream kit. All kidding
Aaron,
aside.
who inspired you to play drums?
I thought this was your deal.
I know, and people, they quieren más a ti que a mí en mi
Who inspired? All right, I got 2
Let's leave.
I got 2 questions. But no, like, seriously, that is the greatest drum set I've ever played, ever owned, ever seen.
Yo también.
So those that don't know, I endorse Sonar Drums. I've been there for 3 years now. And what originally turned me on to them was I bought a off-the-shelf kit that's called the SQ1, which is it's not custom. So that kit is made out of birch, and I fell in love with the sound of that kit. So SQ2, which is this one, is a custom kit, and my logic behind that was, you know, if an off-the-shelf can sound this way, then what would a custom kit built to my specifications sound like? And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Look, I have all the
That
questions.
is it.
Mm-hmm. Somebody asked, Aaron, who is your drum hero?
Drum hero. Honestly, my uncle Albert, my tío Albert Amador is I would say started off as my drum hero because I come from a family of musicians, and he was a drummer, and he was an impression upon me during my young years. So he's the one that got me into playing drums. So shout out to Albert Amador.
Ya están entrando las preguntas, the questions, but serious questions. Hoy,
Oh, no.
Lalo, how much would you charge to slap Gilbert? Okay, no.
I thought you were serious.
Lalo, your favorite accordion you've ever played. Una vez, cuando tenía 9 años, toqué el acordeón de Don Ramón Ayala.
I got to play Paulino Bernal's accordion.
What?
I was 9 years old and I played Ramón Ayala's accordion. Y yo, mira, ahí le da una historia que nadie sabe también. Mi familia sabe, pero yo fui el primer niño quien agarró el acordeón de Ramón Ayala. Ramón Ayala me dijo, yo nunca presto mis acordeones, mijo. I was on the bus, me subí al autobús y me dijo, no, le enseñó un video mío tocando la acordeón. Me dice, te voy a subir al escenario conmigo. I was 9 years old, bro. Wow. En el carnaval, it was a carnival. He played it at the carnival.
That's
y me
crazy,
dijo,
man.
yo nunca he prestado mi acordeón, tú vas a ser el primero. And I was the first person who ever played his accordion.
Wow.
Otra pregunta, Lalo Morales. If you could build an all-star band, who would you use? I'm already using it. Aaron Holler on the drums.
And you for everything else.
No,
on the keyboards. Seriously, for real.
A ver.
Yeah, be real.
And it don't have to be us because we're here. No,
I have
it's got an unlimited budget, and you can get anybody that is alive. That's the only preface.
A ver, on the drums, he's already alive, and he's right next to me. His name is Aaron Holler on the drums, for sure. Hands down, my drum hero. On the keyboards, my brother, Jonathan. La verdad. Hands down. Also to be writing with me, to be composing y haciendo música, la verdad. Increíble. También on the bass, if he's alive and he's still here, I would get Jacob Turner. I would get Jacob on the bass.
Man, he's a monster.
On the bajo, I don't want to offend anybody, but on the bajo, I would get Johnny Lee Rosas or Danny Sanchez, or I would get my brother Ray Johnson.
Man, those are all heavy hitters, man. You can't go wrong with any of those.
We're all three, porque no los tres.
Yeah.
And also, I would bring Salomon Robles.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God.
And on the accordion,
Well, you.
yo. No, I would get Ramon. Or, no. Don Lalo Banda on the accordion. Lalo Banda on the accordion. Y yo nomás canto.
That's a good band.
It's my dream team.
All right, you, Aaron, you build your band.
Hang on, I got more questions
Nah, come on, dog.
here. My favorite. Oh, I'm playing drums. Hello.
Of course.
Man, who's bass player? That's hard, man, because drums and bass go hand in hand. Probably
But we're sticking
probably Ivan Cabriales on bass. Did I say his name right? From
Cabriales, yeah, from the firma.
Keys. No disrespect, my brother. You can play pads. You're gonna be the.
I'm gonna be the keyboard roadie.
Keys, man, is just because I've spent so many years with him, and we just know each other like the back of our hands. My boy Mario.
Oh.
An accordion. Well, it depends, because I gotta have two.
Dang.
An accordion is this guy Lalo, but
Liar.
for Tejano, dude, like not disrespect, man, because you can do it all. But Frankie Caballero on accordion for Tejano.
Yeah.
He's a
Just
monster.
because, like, if you know what I'm a fan of as far as just all the Tejano, I love the Serata style, the Bueno style, the Chacho style, and that's him. That's his bag. He grew up in the Bobby Larajo world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just, I mean, I get off to that stuff, you know. So him, backup singer, backup vocals, Chente.
Really?
Dude, he's for Tejano, he's literally name a record he hasn't sang backup vocals on.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Lead singer, this is the all-star Tejano band, right?
Yeah.
Your all-star band, your favorite, with your dream team.
Would be Jay, see lead.
Jay.
But then again, you know, he can't sing female songs, so Stephanie would be in the band too.
Damn.
I have three singers. I have Chente, Steph, and Jay. You can't go wrong with that.
You need three singers too, Dan.
From my band?
Oh, I haven't even said guitar. Miguel.
Hernandez.
Yeah, because the reason why he's got the chord stuff down. Now I have two guitar players because he's a shredder, so he's got all the solo stuff. Time for the leads. But as far as chords, the pretty jazz style. Velasquez. But not who you think.
No, I know who you're talking about. The guy from Lambrey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Steve.
Heck yeah.
That's a monster.
Woo!
Steve Velasquez.
My band will kill y'all, both of y'all.
My bad. It's got to be Tejano though.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Go.
got Lalo on accordion. I got my cousin Chris on bass. I got you on drums.
Man. I made the cut
I
3 times.
I got the keyboard player from La Firma because that guy, bro.
Oh, he's sick too, man.
Demi's is
that
bad.
guy's a beast, bro. And he just has soul. Guitar, same guy, Velasquez and Miguel, man. They're both bad. Bajo, I'd use Eddie Perez. He's so clean, man. He's so clean. I'm the one to say so.
Yeah, he's a great player, man. But but he's one of those things, man. I mean, no disrespect. I love the way he plays, period. But yeah, I would. It's just the thing, man. Like, okay, who would you call on if he was for solo time?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why it's hard to just pick one, because not that they can't solo. It's just you just know these people for certain things. It's just hard, man.
I you know what, I use Lalo too to sing. I do backgrounds. Yeah, I do backgrounds.
Oh, you guys are, because you're in the band, you're automatically got to sing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But these are the additional guys where that's their only job.
Right.
I would get for doing backups. I would get Poncho.
Ah, look, Miguel's on here. He put thanks. Look, I didn't even know he was on.
Thanks for lending us your accordion, Miguel.
Thank you.
Man, I've missed chingos of questions.
Hey.
Jimencio Castillon. ¿Qué tal, fellas? What's up,
up?
Dad? What's good, bro?
Jimencio.
Favorite Tejano singer? Well, I just said it, Steph.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Shelly or Elida or I mean they're great artists
all
in and of themselves, but
de hecho,
just to me the biggest thing that impresses me is versatility.
Yep.
And there's nothing she can't sing.
Mm-hmm.
That's in my opinion. You?
For me, female singer,
Tejano singer.
Stephanie Montiel, for sure. Yeah. Sí, yeah, no disrespect a nadie más ni nada, ni mucho menos, pero she has a really good voice. I had the opportunity, una vez tuve la oportunidad de tocar con ella because of Percy Cardona.
Oh yeah.
He called me and he was like, "Hey, dude, Percy's saludos a mi compadre Percy."
He's another musician that plays
everything, and he's amazing. He's a God-given talent, and aparte es un pan de Dios. He's a gift from God. He's an amazing musician.
Pan de Dios.
He's a pan de Dios, bro.
That's the gift from God. Huh?
He's like ese vato lo veo así como like a teleporter. He's everywhere.
Yeah, no.
He's everywhere. Es un músico.
He's another one of those musicians that
toca todo, and he's amazing. But aparte de he's an amazing musician, he's an amazing person. His personality is just so. It makes you smile once you see him. He's so happy, bien alegre el chavo. Y no, saludos a mi compadre Percy Cardona desde Big Wills, Texas.
Yeah.
We gotta get him on here, bro.
Amigo, el Percy, él también gotta
get Percy on here. Make it happen.
Percy, if you're on here, come on, Dad.
Please.
We gotta hear your story. You've been all over the world, bro.
Yes, sir.
Mi compadre Percy se fue a Japón. He went to Japan.
Well, I mean, a lot of people. A lot of people in the industry don't know that he was touring with Sting, man.
He was touring with Sting. He was touring with the Last Bandoleros, bro.
También, yeah.
The Last Bandoleros, man, first. And then the Last Bandoleros ended up going on tour with Sting, man. And they toured the whole world.
Which are who? It segues back to you. It's like you're part of the family tree now.
¿Cómo?
The Bandoleros, who are they?
Oh, yeah, the Last Bandoleros. So that's Diego and Emilio. Those are Emilio's kids.
Those are
Emilio Navarro's kids, man.
Navarro camp.
They're basically family because I lived with them for about 1.5 years, 2 years with Raulito. I lived in Raulito Navarro's house. I lived in personally. He fed me, and I had a room. I had my own room and everything, and it was amazing, man.
Did he get Raulito on?
Dude, it's crazy because yeah, también Raulito, man. It's crazy because before Percy joined the Bandoleros, I was playing with Raulito, and Diego would always tell me, "Hey, come jam with us, come jam with the Bandoleros." And
so you're saying you could have been playing with Sting?
I could have been playing with Sting. I could have been in Japan. Yo hubiera ido a Japón y a Singapore. Pero mira, por Diosito me dijo, no, yo quiero que te vayas a Monterrey. Yo quiero que viajes en lo tuyo. God didn't want me to be doing different music.
We all have our own paths.
See, and I remember, I think I told him about Percy. And Percy ended up sticking with the band. Yeah. It was cool, man.
Percy. And it couldn't happen to a better person, like you said, man. He was the guy he was the man for the job.
Yeah, I don't know him personally, but from what I've seen on social media,
amazing.
he seems like a great person.
Yeah, nah, he is. Like, what he portrays himself, very professional, very straightforward, very sincere. Like, what he portrays socially is how he is in person.
Right, that's cool.
Did you answer the question?
What was that?
Favorite Tejano female singer?
Mine? Alive?
Yes, currently.
Because my favorite of all time is Selena. Like,
of course.
Her vocals are unmatched. But yeah, it's Steph. It's Steph. And then you know who's in second? I ain't gonna lie about this. Carla. Yeah. Carla can sing.
The brand new one.
Carla
brand new artist.
Yeah, and I'm actually getting hit up by a lot of people asking when her.
Greetings from Paraguay.
Is she gonna do another single?
Paraguay. Saludos.
Paraguay. Favorite Florida band?
Who asked that?
Raul Herrera.
Favorite Florida band?
FL? That's what FL is, right?
I like a band from Florida called Bajo Cero.
I do too, man. No disrespect to obviously I know Jesse Villarreal, who's an artist from over there. Obviously, I've worked personally with G5. I've worked personally with Completo because I recorded their album. But as far as who's been able to make some noise, over here, that's the hardest thing, man. Is out of state bands, making a foothold here in Texas. That's
a loaded question because my favorite band was the original Bajo Cero band. Because they're always changing musicians, but it was Fabian, Flores on the bass, of course Juan Jose Rodriguez on the vocals, Christian Dimas on the bajo sexto, and on the accordion was Trey. I don't know his last name. I just call him Trey. And on the drums was Memo. That band, which they played together a couple weeks ago. Bro, they were just on point. But now two of those guys aren't with them anymore. But yeah, I think that's my favorite band. And then I think Completo would be second. But they're all talented, man. They're super talented. All those guys they're talented.
¿Cuáles son sus bateristas norteños favoritos? For me, it starts with Jose Luis.
Jose Luis, hands down.
What is it? The chicken of chickens?
What's the name? El papá de los pollitos.
There you go. That's the word.
The dad of the chickens.
Yeah, man.
Jose Luis Ayala is muy
bueno. Because he literally created a style. Don't get me wrong. There's a million guys that have come after him that are amazing. Like you said, Mario Padilla is one of them. Rene Martinez is another one. Luis Mario is another one. Nacho Lozano,
Adrian, man, yeah.
There's a bunch of them. Again, Adrian from Primavera,
even Chato that's playing with Signo. He used to play with los Cachorros,
and he did the same style, but
did that thing too, man. He's really good, man. Muchos bateristas muy buenos. Aaron puede tocar todo de todo. Norteño, tejano, reggae, pop, whatever style you want.
Whatever pays.
Profesional.
Whatever.
Profesional. Siempre te hagas el profesional.
Chris Arias, what's up, fellas? Just listening to Completo a few minutes ago. Yeah, no, their first record. I had the privilege of recording the majority of that on drums. So yeah, no, they're shout out to Verd and Vidal and all the rest of the Completo cats.
Verd, Vidal, all those guys.
Cántate una rola, compadre.
What's your favorite?
On guitar.
Cántate una rola mientras voy al baño de Doradita, unos 30 segundos. ¿Sí o qué?
Go ahead. We'll just keep talking.
Sí, siguen hablando, no me tardo nada.
You can't go Peter in the middle of the street.
Hey, quick. Hey, I'm gonna sit in this chair. Then when you come back, you can get on the piano.
Favorite. How old were you when you started playing, and who were your influences? Man, I was young, between 3 and 5 years old. It just depends on which version you.
His favorite band was La Mafia, and he learned all his stuff from their CDs.
I mean, I respect all the accomplishments of La Mafia, but they weren't my favorite band. Who were your influences? Honestly, again, being a fan of music, I'm a fan of. Just depends on the style. Even Miguel put no.
You're uninvited to Eddie's Taco House.
That's your favorite band? Tell me why. Is it because you had a personal working relationship with them, or is it because you actually just was a fan of their music from day one?
From day one. The first CD of theirs I heard was Un Millón de Rosas.
That was the first one?
That was the first one.
What about when they had the original squad with Speedy and
I didn't
when they had the dueling saxophone?
I didn't listen to that.
That's my favorite Mafia era.
I didn't listen to that stuff till way later. But because I was into keyboard player, When I heard Un Millón de Rosas, I fell in love with it, and then I started doing my homework. And the Vida album, the keyboards on that album were like, whoo, I love them a lot. So, yeah. And I don't know if David de la Garza was the first, if they were the first band to introduce organs into their cumbias. I don't know if they were. I
want to say, man, I want to say it was a Moss thing.
Really?
I want to say it's still way earlier than that.
Okay. Well,
you
that was the first
remember
time
like,
I heard it.
Fabulosos Cuatro is another one, because those, you gotta remember, those bands have been around since the 70s.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if they were the...
But, man, I love these organ parts. I love the background vocals he did. He's the one that taught me how to do background vocals. Well, I didn't even know what BGVs were.
David?
Yeah, David Little Garza was the first person to
Shout out
teach me.
to Seguin's finest,
Heck,
David?
yeah, he was the first person to teach me about BGVs. He recorded a lot of my earlier albums with Grupo Esperanza. And, man, just a beast musician. Awesome.
Yeah, no, David's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
Look, you made Miguel throw up. Look.
Disculpa.
That's why I ain't going to Eddie's Tacos house.
Electrifying, yes, that's the record, man. Electrifying was dope. Again, that's the original squad with Speedy and Ana Mosqueda and the guys on saxophone. And
yeah,
that's my favorite, stylistic approach of
La Mafia.
The Mafia.
Yeah, they were.
La Mafia.
They were good.
Let's see here. Aaron, are you self-taught or by ear? Originally, I am self-taught, and I learned by ear and watching. Before I started playing before the days of the internet and YouTube and all that good stuff. But I would literally just sit there and watch every band play and just mimic the drummer, air drums.
This session has been sponsored by Protocol. Y'all know about Protocol, baby.
Best guitar brand in the world.
Yeah, that's vintage, Don.
Hey, these are the strings that Jesus played on, man. Super old.
That's where all the funk is.
Yeah. What you play?
¿Qué quiere escuchar la
Moss over
raza?
La Mafia. Joey Garcia, G5 in the house.
Yo, Joey,
Man, you
what
missed
up,
it.
dog?
He mentioned his favorite Florida bands. Anda, yes. Best Mafia album was Back to the Future. Man, that one was tight too.
My favorite Mafia album of all time was En Tus Manos.
Dude, that's all the international vibe.
Yeah.
So you became a fan of them during the international era.
Un Millón de Rosas, yeah.
As music fans say, they sold out and they went a whole other vibe.
They sure did, but
nah, but you can't knock their accomplishments, man. They're one of the most successful Tejano bands of all time.
Of all time.
You know what? I changed my mind. My favorite Tejano band is La Mafia. And David Lee. No, never mind. It's David Lee and La Mafia.
Both of them.
See, David Lee Garza.
Isn't David de la Garza related to David Lee Garza? Aren't they like
the guitar player? I want to say is his uncle or something, because he was a de la Garza. I can't think of his name. He passed away, but he's the guitar player that had the United States guitar.
Oh yeah,
you remember him?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're related, but I tell you what. A couple months ago, when the whole
you can answer that question, I believe.
When the whole COVID thing was going on, David de la Garza and David Lee Garza did a show in Houston, and Michael Aguilar was on the
Armando. There you go, Armando de la Garza.
He's the guitar player, right?
Yeah, he's the one from David Lee that passed away, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
I could be confused, but I remember him, the guitar player. Was
but anyway, David de la Garza sang all the David Lee Garza songs. He was the lead singer at a show they did in Houston, man. That thing was nice. Juan Trevino was playing sexto that night.
Wow.
Where's been your biggest gig you've ever played at and where?
Me,
for everybody. Me personally, Reliant Stadium is the biggest gig I've ever
Who'd you play with?
Houston Rodeo.
Well, who'd you play with?
Really? You don't know
Was
who I
it
played
Jay?
with Houston Rodeo?
Was it Jay?
No. Yes, it was. Who else was it gonna be?
Me,
or Alamo Dome. Alamo Dome was a big gig, and State Fair, Texas State Fair at the Cotton Bowl was a big gig.
Dallas.
Yeah.
biggest one I did was in Monterrey at the Plaza de Toros.
Plaza de Toros.
Yeah, Monterrey.
For you?
Mine hands down, Ramon Ayala, el Esposada.
The one you told us
His
about.
own posada, he had the most people.
100,000 personas, 100,000 people in his house.
The best drum to buy. Sonar, baby.
Tama, baby. according to the internet.
Nope. That's Wikipedia.
Go and get your Sonar drum set.
Sonar, I endorse Sonar. I used to play DW, so that should tell you if I think which one's better. Actually, let's get an unbiased opinion. Which drum set sounds better, the DW or the Sonar?
The Sonar.
Why? Because I did your first record with the DW Exotic.
Yeah,
it sounds more live, bro. It has more life to it. Then it must be that.
It's got more resonance. Sound. It's got more. It's more. It sounds more deeper. It sounds like what a drum set should. You know, when I got here today, you were playing some stuff that you were just messing around with, and I thought it was Alejandro Sanz record. Remember I told you?
Yeah, you did. I think you even stored
it. Yeah. I thought it was an Alejandro Sanz drum track, and it was just you jamming like, wow. And it was just.
No, man, there's questions over there. We got questions everywhere now.
No, questions. Porque es una rolita.
¿Cuándo nos aventamos? La primera canción que sale en los comentarios. The first song that comes out in the comments. Esa la vamos a aventar.
California needs more Tejano, and the color of my kit makes it better. Yes.
Ooh, the one we were singing the other day together we were live. It was a Firma song. Dang, what song was it? Man, I can't remember. But me and you were struggling. We were both struggling to remember the lyrics to it. So now let's not do that one.
Is it an old song?
It's a cumbia. That's all I know.
That's odd.
No, that was
de Te voy a pedir un favor.
Ah, it wasn't that high though. I don't think. Was it?
Raul, it was Pete Garza from Bobby Naranjo and Los Buenos, and Jesse Serrata was one of my favorite old school drummers when I was learning. And Ernie Ruiz and
Te voy a pedir un favor. That's too high, bro.
Te voy a pedir un favor.
Ricky Reyes.
Chinga, te encuentro, mírame a la cara. No quiero que sientas vergüenza. No quiero bajar la mirada. Y aunque un día pasó entre nosotros, a nadie le importa nada. Y él no tiene por qué darse cuenta que aunque no quiero bajar la mirada.
That one right there.
Sabíamos que terminaría, que pronto llegaría el final, pero no vayas a olvidar, porque este amor es para recordar. Ay, guárdame en lo más hondo de tu corazón y llévame cuando te quiera donde voy. Recuérdame. No me vayas a olvidar, eres lo mejor que me ha pasado. No te puedo olvidar, te fuiste aunque quisiste, pero no pudo continuar. Y este adiós nos ponga triste, este amor.
Yes, I did, Robert. It's a good experience.
Es para recordar. Lo que un día pasó entre nosotros, a nadie le importa nada, y él no tiene por qué darse cuenta que no baje la mirada. Sabíamos que terminaría, que pronto llegará el final, pero no vayas a olvidar, porque este amor es para recordar. Ay, guárdame en lo más hondo de tu corazón.
A lot of 90s Velasquez stuff is my favorite mix stuff.
Donde quiera, donde voy.
Jay Perez, No Limits. Jay Perez, was it 85?
No me vayas a olvidar, eres lo mejor
Ram
que
stuff
me
from the
ha
90s.
pasado.
From that, a lot of stuff
No
Gilbert
te
did in the 90s is
puedo
my favorite mix Tejano stuff.
Oh, reconnected. did Pantera tell you when you sang for him?
He says, y'all listen to La Fiebre Loca? And of course. Fiebre Loca's
Loca.
they're good, man.
Hey, you don't know no Palomino songs?
Palominos, yeah, of course.
Which ones?
Nada bueno.
Te seguiré hasta donde vayas, al otro mundo si es posible. He sido tuyo cuerpo y mi alma, como me pides que te olvide. ¿Qué puedo hacer para que no me dejes? Si sabes que no sé vivir sin ti. Me dices que te vas, que no.
I've been using that stack kind of basically almost forever.
Pero a donde tú estés yo voy a ir. Te seguiré hasta donde vayas, al otro mundo si es posible.
Appreciate it, Ernie. Thank you so much.
Cuerpo y alma, como me pides que te olvide. Te seguiré hasta donde vayas, al otro lado de la tierra, porque sin ti la vida es nada. Te seguiré hasta que me muera, mi amor.
Man, you can make me start drinking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah, bro.
Canciones bonitas, canciones bonitas.
None of these records. They have that many records.
Who?
Mafia.
A lot of them are like greatest hits.
Explosive was a good one.
Wow. ¿Ya no quedaron preguntas?
Nah.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
What time is it?
¿Qué horas son?
Oh, it's 10. I gotta go.
2 hour. 2 hour.
We've been out here for 2 hours live.
Wow.
And we actually have
Qué padre.
interaction.
Yeah.
Wow. Muchas gracias a toda la gente que compartió y que nos comentó y que estuvo presente con nosotros viendo este en vivo. La verdad, muchas gracias. Estamos muy contentos y agradecidos con cada uno de ustedes por tomar el tiempo de tomar su tiempo para estar con nosotros, ¿verdad? Y compartir estos momentos inolvidables, momentos historias y compartir muchas historias con ustedes. La verdad, estamos muy contentos. La verdad, pues yo estoy contento. ¿Ustedes cómo se sienten?
Super contentos. Gracias. Thank you everybody who tuned in. Thank you, Aaron, for letting us use his studio tonight to
Gracias,
do
compadre.
this live. We're supposed to get some work done tonight, but too late now. But thank you guys for
work all night.
Yeah, for coming on the Behind La Música, Detrás de la Música. Next week we'll have another guest on. We'll announce it later during the week. But thank you and good night.
Muchas gracias, sí, claro
Until
que
next
sí.
time.
Until next time.
Hasta la próxima. Muchas gracias por compartirlo y por estar viendo aquí con nosotros. Los queremos demasiado. Muchas gracias. Estamos muy felices por ustedes. Muchas gracias. Y nos vemos hasta la próxima. Saludos. Hasta luego.
Adiós.
Abrazo a todos.
I'm mockily proud.
Who said that?
Eddie Gamboa.
Eddie. You don't even live in a Immokalee no more.
Bye.
13 by 6 and a
Adiós.
half. To answer your question, 13 by 6 and a half.
Adiós a mi
A tu baby.
baby, a mi chiquita hermosa. Te amo. Ahí la estoy viendo. Saludos, baby. Te mando un abrazo. Saludos a toda la gente que también nos está viendo de parte de mi en vivo. Gracias por compartir y gracias por estar viendo con nosotros. Saludos.
Salutations.
Hasta la próxima.
Mm-hmm.